For film geeks like myself, we know the ending of John Carpenter's 1982 movie The Thing has been debated to death. Is Childs the Thing or is McReady the Thing? The hints and clues have been picked apart ad nauseum, but just a few days ago, at an event here in Los Angeles, none other than John Carpenter dropped a hint that may put an end to this 43-year-old debate once and for all. First, if you've never seen The Thing, who the hell are you and why are you here? But also, the film is a remake of the 1951 Howard Hawks film, The Thing from Another World.
The Thing from Another World.
Which is also a damn fine movie if you haven't seen that one. In John Carpenter's reimagining, the alien creature is a sneaky shapeshifter as opposed to a humanoid vegetable version of Frankenstein's monster. Carpenter's movie is an action-packed, edge-of-your-seat ride through paranoia, gore, and some of the best damn practical effects ever put to film, courtesy of the amazing Rob Bottin. Alright, quick aside, I had a friend who grew up in Puerto Rico named Jaime, and he had an elderly grandfather who had a farm in the rural part of the island. His farm had electricity, running water, of course, but other than that, it was modest and simple. And Jaime's grandfather had a small black and white television, so one day Jaime stopped by for a visit and he took his VCR. In that VCR was a copy of The Thing. His grandfather, who had never really seen a special effect before, let alone the level of Rob Bottin's work on The Thing, was shaken to the core. But the scene where Norris's chest cavity opens and bites off Copper's arms, Jaime said his grandfather's brain broke. Getting back to the movie, in the final scene where Childs and McReady are the final two left alive sitting among the flaming wreckage in the cold Antarctic night, there are only three possible scenarios. Number one, Childs is the Thing. Number two, they're both human. Number three, McReady is the Thing. It's an especially dark ending because whichever scenario you choose, there's bound to be more death and or murder after the cameras stop rolling. So let's dig into each possible outcome. Childs is the Thing. This is a predominant theory, according to many of the internet super sleuths out there. A few of the reasons cited are the fact that the final scenes, Childs' breath isn't visible and he has no reflection in his eyes. I always felt that this was a big reach and really just a byproduct of the lighting setup. The one thing I do find compelling is the theory that the bottle that McReady hands to Childs is actually a Molotov cocktail that he made earlier. And since Childs is not human, he has no way to distinguish between gasoline and whiskey. Hence, McReady's knowing chuckle after Childs takes a swig. They're both human. Certainly the most boring of the three scenarios, and if that's the case, both men would freeze their balls off and be dead in no time. McReady is the Thing. Before we dig into this theory, I want to talk about some comments John Carpenter made recently to Bong Joon-ho at an event here at the David Geffen Theater. Carpenter said there's a hint in the middle of the movie that reveals whether McReady or Childs is the Thing at the end. A Twitter user by the name of Joe Russo believes that he has found the hint, and so all credit from here on out goes to him. In the middle of the film, Fuchs tells McReady that the Thing can replicate at the cellular level, and they should eat out of cans and prepare their own food.
Then everyone should prepare their own meals, and I suggest we only eat out of cans. All right.
If that scene is the hint that Carpenter is referring to when Mac shares his bottle with Childs, it's game over. The Thing has won, and that subtle laugh takes on a much more sinister meaning. There's also the testing of the blood in the petri dish scene, but if you recall, we never see McReady draw his own blood. The sample that he tests with the heated copper wire could have come from their blood bank.
It's a crock of shit.
And lastly, Russo continues, Mac also posits that the Thing probably wants to freeze again so it can wait to be rescued. And then Mac convinces the team to blow up all the surviving structures, a place where a human would need to stay to survive in the winter, but not the Thing. Personally, I'm not buying it. The way McReady takes out the final incarnation of the monster with a defiant "Fuck you too!" seems a little malicious, even if you are taking out a lesser version of yourself to cover your own ass. My final verdict, sadly, I think they're both human. They're gonna spend the rest of their short-ass existence giving each other squinty eyes until they turn into human popsicles. The end. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any other theories that I haven't mentioned, let us know. We here at Hollywood Night would love to hear them. Just leave a comment. We answer them all.